Hi everyone. So previously we have found out all the possible scenarios. We have estimated our points. Then what else we need to do? That's the thing we need to figure out now. So basically we start creating our test plan and other deliverables draft right now. We cannot finish everything, of course, but we will create everything that is possible, or we can make a formation of it. So let's do it. For example, as we mentioned, we are working on all these user stories here. For example, I have shown you on a login one. Okay. So with the whole team, we have to update the test plan. But there is also same thing. Every individual QA will update for individual user stories. Like we have split it up the work. Like I have told my QA to that, okay, I'm updating test plan according to first three user stories, and she's supposed to update for last two user stories. So if you are for QA, after you know that all the scenarios are confirmed, you know there shouldn't be anything else more than that, and you know everything, then you will be eligible for updating this document, not this one. So what we are gonna update, right? So if you go to project team, this is for QA team, A team only, right? So for example, this is my A team, and just a second. So I opened the test plan document from here. When I expanded a team only, I found out a test plan document. So make sure you go to the test plan document, and there are deliverables as well. We need to update everything. We cannot put everything right now, but we have to update even slowly. So suppose there are something previously created, I'm going to remove everything and make it clean. So I removed this one, and this document outlines the test plan for Quafox. Okay, name is correct. The objective of this test plan is to ensure the new functionality and login functionality. Yes, as I'm going to work for login, it should be login functionality here. So if it is something else, if it is search, you have seen that search is here. So remove it and find out login, because we know that we are working on login as we said, as we showed. So these all the scenarios we found out for login scenario, right? Two is unsuccessful login and successful login. So yeah, that's what login functionality are tested thoroughly and website performs as expected. That is my introduction for now. What happens when you are going to cover for second user story? Suppose that is for registration. And do you need to create another different test plan for that? No. You're gonna come here, you're gonna update the same document every time. So you're gonna come here and put registration, something like that. Okay. So now, as I'm doing for login only, I'm going to write down login here. Test objectives. The main objectives of testing, these are as follows. Okay. To ensure the website's functionality correctly, these are the objectives. That means goals of our testing. So this should be common. There shouldn't be that much changes. Scopes, very important thing. We have to update it every time. I already updated it. It was not like this, it was blank. If you see something, make it blank at first, then update like me. So what I did, we consider login functionality. As I'm testing login, I put login here. And if you put registration, you have to put login, comma, registration, right? The more user story you are going to cover, you have to mention the name here perfectly, that what scopes you are testing. What is in our scope? Login is in our scope, registration is in our scope. If someone come and ask me, hey, did you test logo? Is it in your scope? Currently, we just test login or registration or something like that. We haven't tested that one. So we are gonna say, no, that is not currently in our scope. Maybe some other team is doing that. That's how we explain scope. Scope means what we have done, what is our responsibility to do, right? Okay. So here first, I'm writing the test scenarios here, right? So one is BRS1, test scenario 1, this one, okay? So I have written this one and I have written all the possible test cases below this one. In the same way, I have to do for this, and these user stories. I just created, sorry, I have to create test cases. I have to write down all the possible test cases that we figured out, here, okay? These are small test cases we have to write down here. Actually, I didn't write it for time saving. So you have to do it. Now test a schedule. This should be the starting of the sprint date and ending of the release. End date will be the ending date of your testing. That means test closure. It's called test closure report. The day we are going to finish your testing and sign off, you are going to do test sign off document. You are going to send test sign off document. That day will be the end day of your testing. It is not the production day. If it is, it can be after 3 days of production day. That is also possible. So the day you are going to finish officially, that should be the end date. Test strategy. This test strategy covers some different things. For example, let me highlight it in different colors. So suppose I'm putting in red. Okay. So one is user interface testing. Okay, let me color it and let me then continue again. So then verify the look and feel of the search button. So I colored the main points. These will be blank actually. So there should be nothing. I edited this. So verify the look and feel of the search button. We are not using search yet, so we have to update login button. Actually, we shouldn't write anything because we are not verifying the look and feel of login button, right? So user interface testing. What should be in the interface? Remember what did they show us? They showed us the picture, in the requirement, the warning message, the color, right? So at first, user interface should be verify the login page with page is created according to requirements given in BRS. Now the ticket number I can put here, that should be more meaningful. So if I go to here and if I go to that login page, I'm in Jira now. That is Confluence, but now I'm in Jira. Okay, so Jira has everything here. So I'm going to take the link, clicking here in the share icon, then copy the link, then come here, and I'm pasting it for more clarity. These documents you are creating for a business analyst or clients, or not for business analysts actually, for the whole team. Whoever come and read this, he should understand what do you mean by your lines. The test plan document is very important thing that will be refer you for your entire career, entire project actually. Functionality testing, verify all functions and features work expected, including search, advanced search. So here they have told for search thing. So we are gonna write including valid and invalid. Sorry, not valid and invalid. Successful and unsuccessful login, right? Successful and unsuccessful login. That is one scenario. Then active account, inactive account. Active account, unsuccessful login, then deactivated account, unsuccessful login. So I just updated three of them. You have to update everything where it is possible for you. So for performance, it's always same. For what is performance testing? Like if 1,000 people is using the application, it is working perfectly. If 10,000 people starts working together, is it performing perfectly or it is becoming slow? So that's the thing you are testing in performance testing. Security testing that is called vulnerability testing. That means no one should hack your website. You have to, there are different testers, security testers who test these features. So the things you can update here, you could update the sign off on search functionality should be login, right? So I'm not updating everything. I'm just giving you an example that you have to update everything here and you have to mention, you have to, I mean, we all people, all the Scrum Master business analysts are going to review these things and take an idea that what you need to do. This is a proof that how you are working, actually. You are not going to each and every one and saying that, hey, I'm doing this one, doing that one. So this is the part that you're going to explain to everyone. Test environment. The testing environment will include the following. These are the different browsers that we need to test, operating systems that we need to test, Windows, Mac, whatever. Then test management tool, what tool I'm using, Jira. Now that this is the important part, test data. In test data, what test data we require? Currently, we need a username and password, right? And what else do we need? Remember, we need a deactivated account, to test this functionality, that is deactivated account login. So need a deactivated account. Okay. If you mark it, okay, let's not make everything bold. Let's make simple. So need a deactivated account. So the more test data we need, we have to write it down here so that it becomes very clear that what data we need when we will start testing. Okay, now user stories. Here I put the user story link of Confluence, not Jira. Story, BRS story. Okay, BRS story link and sorry, a product backlog story link. Let me show you. Jira. Should be here. Here, if you go to CoopWorks, for example, I'm going to CoopWorks and going to high level scenarios and project plan, not here. Here is the product backlog. There's small user stories, right? For login. This is the user story. So there is no requirement. So I'm going to click on share, copy the link, come here and paste it here. This part. And this part is the BRS for this user story. How do we know BRS? Business requirement specification. I know I'm talking about this one or login one. I'm going to log in and I'm going to copy it from here. Share and paste it here. So that's how you are going to do for fill up this section. Then execution, what types of execution you are doing, you have to update, read and update. Defect management, how you are managing your defects. Entry criteria, when you can enter. Entry criteria is at what point you can start the testing. So we're gonna say all test has been sorry, the code for the new functionality is complete and has been deployed in the testing environment. So if they don't deploy, there are changes in the UI, how we can test? Makes sense, right? So that should be one entry criteria. Test environment should be ready. I mean, the website and all the testing items that require for testing should be ready. If something is not working, if some part is not working, if some part needs admin permission to get in, it doesn't mean that it is ready. It has to be ready. Test data should be ready. Test cases should be created and perfectly reviewed. After that only we can start testing. Exit criteria, when all tests have been executed and passed. Any defects, if we find even if all test doesn't pass, if we find any defect, that should be logged in Jira backlog for the further development. The website is ready for release. So fine. When the website is ready for release, that time we can exit from there. Suspension and resumption. What is this? Suspension is whenever you are suspended for some certain test cases or something. So if you look at here, see test data essential to task on this time. So as you are testing, blah blah blah, they have written search. We have to update for login. Go through it, and these are one suspensions. Okay, suspensions or resumptions. Okay. Once the fix is placed, the resume testing, we resume testing and verify the search functionalities are there. That is a different example. You have to create yours one. See, for login, I have written test data is essential to finish the task on time. Login test cases, deactivated account needed. And here I mentioned the ticket, Jira ticket again, can be resumed after deactivating account. So some account should be deactivated after getting deactivated account. Dependencies, if there is there any dependencies? Yes, we have dependency on um we have to ping someone, right? We have to depend on someone to get a deactivated account to test this feature. That's a dependency. These are example. Tests are essential to finish the task on time. So these are example, right? So no worries. Test deliverables. What we are gonna deliver. These are all the reports. You are going to find it in test deliverable section. Not here. You go there. If you go to project team, if you go to team A, for example, I'm giving example based on team A. So if you expand it, you are gonna see everything here. So no worries. That's one part. And finally, we have to go through third stories and we have to cover everything. So basically, we are testing these ones, so we don't have any third stories. We don't have any. So yeah, these are the items that we need to update and take preparation. We have to go through each line, not here. The test plan document. We have to go through each line and we have to update every single point here. That's how you're gonna update this one. In the similar way, you have to, if you get any defect, you have to update defect report. So I'm not going to say what report you need to update. There are lots of deliverables. You have to go through every report. You have to put your name in the top. For example, test plan A. It is I'm creating this one, right? So I'm QA1. And if someone is helping me, she is QA2. I already told that Rifat helped me. So here Rifat acted as a QA. So my colleague helped me. Forget about the name. Just my colleague helped me, and we have written assisted by option here. Okay. I have put her name. If some other, in your case, 4 people will work together. So the person who is creating this one, he can put his name, and the person who is assisting him, they can put their name. It's better to work together for this one because everyone needs to have their own ideas. Yeah, so these are all from my end. Go through other reports, other items, and try to update. If you have any questions, just ping us in our WhatsApp group so that we could help. Yep, let me know. Thank you. Take care. Bye.